Last year when we rolled out our 5-year strategic plan for growth, the important thing within it was the acronym ACT. And the A in ACT was accountability and consistency. And one of the things that consistent that needs to be is our brand. And as we looked around, we realized that we needed a brand refresh. And how critically important it is for successful companies to be successful, they have to have a consistent message. So we engaged Greg Scott to help us guide the way on this critically important brand refresh. In the next 5 minutes, he's going to explain the importance and introduce our new Kapnick brand strategy. Hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Greg Scott. I'm a creative director specializing in advertising and marketing. I've worked at studios, agencies, and large enterprise companies to help them with their branding and communications programs. I've been invited by Renee Carpenter of your corporate communications department to help Kapnick Insurance Group with what we're calling a brand refresh. So I want to talk to you today a little bit about who Kapnick is as a company, what you do, and how you want to be perceived in the marketplace. I'd also like to talk a little bit about how branding can help advance the Kapnick brand and how we can ensure communications consistency among the people, sales, marketing materials, website, public relations, and other forms of communications that are customer facing. So what makes a brand? I'm sure you can all remember or think of famous brands and why they come to mind. Coke, IBM, Google, McDonald's. They've all invested time and effort to get you to think of their brands when you have a particular need. Having a strong brand is important. Good branding can boost sales, create awareness, increase market share, and enhance your reputation. So what is a brand? A brand by definition is a name, symbol, mark, logo, text, or a combination of all these used to distinguish a product or service from others in the market. It includes visual elements such as images, fonts, and color schemes. A brand can be a person, place, thing, or service, and it's the embodiment of all the information associated with the product or service or company. A well-executed brand will create a clear and measurable competitive advantage. It does so by helping to establish a positive connection and value relationship with customers. It's a company's power base and their #1 asset. A brand can be interpreted as a feeling or emotional response that a company or product generates. For example, I love my Honda. It can also be the sum of a company's features, benefits, values, and characterizations. For example, what comes to mind when I say Google? A brand can also be a promise between a company and its customers. Fox News says it's fair and balanced. It can be a set of expectations based around status or dependability or performance. Think of the Cadillac CTS compared to the Ford F-150. It can also be the total relationship between a company, its employees, and its customers. So how is a brand communicated? Well, a brand can be communicated through point of sale, which is location and setting, your packaging, initial sales and follow-up processes, product experience, am I satisfied with the product? It can be communicated through TV, radio, and print, websites, collateral, brochures, public relations, and customer service. It can also be communicated through positioning, what a company says about itself. And most importantly, it can be communicated through you. What we're doing right now is called internal branding. Kapnick cannot go convincingly to market with a brand refresh without first embracing this new brand strategy internally. The corporate brand strategy and what it means must be a part of Kapnick's DNA. This requires internal communications and training. So we've talked about branding. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about positioning. Positioning is how we relate our brand to the world. Kapnick is looking to adopt strength, knowledge, direction as its positioning to distinguish itself in our target markets. It's a unique, ownable position that carries our value proposition. I'll give you a few examples. If I say Nike, what tagline comes to mind? Just do it. If I say Pillsbury, Poppin' Fresh Dough, GE, we bring good things to life. These are positions that those companies take to carry their value proposition and distinguish themselves. So strength, knowledge, direction is our new positioning that will be included on all of our customer-facing materials. So how do we arrive at strength, knowledge, and direction for your new corporate positioning? Well, we took a look at all of your existing communications materials, and what we found was a great deal of inconsistency across the board in your messaging, your look, your feel, and the content. We also noticed that none of the materials really aligned with the lighthouse in your corporate logo. So working with corporate communications, we did light research and Kapnick focus groups to find a message and positioning that would really resonate with your customers and prospects. And we believe strength, knowledge, and direction is a really compelling positioning. Strength speaks to the history, stability, and longevity of Kapnick Insurance Group. Knowledge speaks to the breadth, depth, and quality of Kapnick's expertise. Direction speaks to the idea of counsel and guidance, navigation, motion, and a plan to reach a specific destination. So now that you know a little bit about branding and positioning, how can you help? Well, we'd like you to think of yourself as a Kapnick brand ambassador. We'd like you to agree to use these messages in all the new communication materials that we'll be rolling out. It's important, regardless of your function or the service that you perform, that you realize that the outside world gets its impression of Kapnick and who it is, regardless of who you say you are, by their experience with you. Using these messages and repeating them consistently will help you establish an ownable space in the marketplace. It will help you distinguish yourself from your competitors. It will help you advance your brand. Most importantly, it will help keep Kapnick Insurance Group top of mind among your target prospects and customers. So remember, you are the Kapnick brand.
Feel the fire where she walks. Lola Montez, so beautiful. Shady in the temper, damn. Blinding your eyes with a spider bait. She walks, she'll be captivating all the men. Don't look in her eyes, you might fall and find the love of your life. In a way, but she catch you in her web. The love of your life, yeah.
Here's a sneak peek of the new Kapnick Insurance Group website. We'll be launching next week, and you'll notice that the theme of the whole website is the employees of Kapnick Insurance Group, the people that make it all happen.
Through the skies and round your eyes and in the pockets of the toilet, a meeting place by night. Secret covered swans that are used to make their own mosaics. A ceremony comes, an exponential fate. Shows this is a space that's slow.